Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Star Agent Starco Gaming here, back with another Marvel Future Fight video. Guys, make sure to check the description below the video for the link to our giveaways. And don't forget to hit the sub and like button if you enjoy the content to show your support to the channel. So guys, what we're going to talk about today is pretty simple. We're going to talk about the best farmable character in the game. From farmable characters, I mean, from Epic Quest, Story Mission, Dimension Rift. We're not talking about characters you can use. You can only use Shaolin, Biometrics, or that kind of stuff. Really, characters that you can actually farm on a daily basis. We're gonna talk about the best 10 characters at tier 2 that are actually farmable. We excluding tier 3 guys because it's not fair. It's not fair to the other characters that can only get to tier 2. And honestly, a new player should not worry about tier 3 characters until you can actually fully clear Shaolin, about 25 tier 2 in my opinion. Should not worry about tier 2, tier 3. So I really want to focus on those characters at tier 2. So we have a top 10 list, guys. We have some support characters and we have some characters that are there for their damage only, because you do need support characters to be able to progress in the game, and you do need characters that do a lot of damage. So without talking any more about what's coming, let's just talk about the top 10 here, guys. So let's get started with position number 10. In position number 10, we have Coulson, one of the best support character in the game for both World Boss Ultimate and Alliance Battle Extreme. This character is very, very important if you want to succeed in World Boss Ultimate and reach higher stages, reach better booty chest, guys. A very important character to have. Why? It's pretty simple. If you take a quick look at his tier 2 passive here, Director Order applied to Hero Allies, decrease damage received from super villain type characters by 15%, increase damage dealt to super villain type characters by 45%, and increase guaranteed critical rate by 20%, applied to all Hero Allies. So just having him in the team, in a World Boss Ultimate team, is making your team so much stronger. In my opinion, is support the best free-to-play support character, the best farmable support character in the game. And for Alliance Battle Extreme, Blast Mail, he is the #1 support character for that day. So this guy is a very, very important support character. Sadly, by himself, he cannot do much, which is why he's only at position number 10. If he could do some damage by himself, it could be higher, obviously, but he can't. So that's pretty much where Mr. Coulson stands. So position number 10, guys, we have Coulson. In position number 9, we have the Wasp. The Wasp with obviously our most recent suit. If you do not have that suit, she is still okay, but not that strong. Why the Wasp, guys? First, her tier 2 passive. Tier 2 passive is a PvP meta tier 2 passive here. When some Wasp activation rate when debuffed, apply to all allies, remove all debuff for 20 seconds with a cooldown time of 25 seconds. And this is the best debuff ability in the game. You only have 5 seconds every 25 seconds that you cannot remove debuff. This is #1 spot for debuff removal in the game. But not only she is meta for, well, she can be used very strong in World Boss Ultimate with that tier 2 passive 2 in Shadowland, but not only she is a meta for PvP for that, guys, in Island Conquest especially, and sometimes in Timeline Battle when the strongest debuff character lead or actually blacklist. But she can actually hold her own by herself. Not very great, but she'll be able to clear early stages in World Boss Ultimate by herself. She's gonna be able to clear a Shadowland floor. I think I've cleared up to about stage 40 with a defensive build, so she can actually get quite a decent job done by herself. But a really big focus, guys, it's that she has the best debuff removal ability in the game, and you don't need to put her as a lead to actually get that debuff removal. But if you do put her as a lead, in addition to get debuff removal, you also get increase all attack by 23%, all defense by 18%, and all speed by 6%. So that literally made her the best debuff removal character in my personal opinion, guys. So we put her in position number 9. In position number 8, we have Angel. Well, Angel with his Archangel uniform. To make him be better than the Wasp, he does need that uniform. Other than that, Wasp will actually be over him. But without uniform, he still make it in the top 10, guys. It will just be number 9 instead of number 8 in the top 10. But this uniform actually make him very strong in both game modes, PvP and PvE. I think this is one of the characters that is the most underrated in PvE in the game. This character can clear Proxima floor 40 plus. I think that's somebody with a raid level 400 with the damage, a CTPF energy, and this guy could actually clear Proxima 50 plus, Corvus Glaive 60 plus. I think those are all possibilities. His 5th skill damage is ridiculous, guys. It is ridiculous. It's so strong. I do have a video about him in Wallboss Ultimate. Feel free to check it out on my channel, guys. He is very good in PvE, but his strongest suit is PvP. Why? Because of one thing. It's because of his leadership here. Here we have Angel Protection applied to all allies. Activation rate when debuff, remove all debuff for 12 seconds with a cooldown time of 25 seconds. Only 12 seconds though. I don't like that it's solo, but still a good leadership for Alien Conquest. I don't really like it unless I don't have other choices for timeline battle. But really, for Alien Conquest, a very good lead, because for timeline battle, it's pretty much the one with the lowest uptime of the debuff removal. There's other leadership like the tier 2 passive from Wasp or the leadership from Jangray, Strive, Doom that do so much better than this one in my opinion, but still very strong debuff removal leadership. So this guy is pretty much useful in all game modes. You need debuff removal for giant boss raid, you got him. You need a character that can clear shallow land floor up to about floor 60, 65. You have this guy can do it by himself, or just need debuff removal to counter the web. On the web floor, you have this guy as debuff removal. Wallboss Ultimate, he can do it by himself. He'll just be there to counter, the time freezing, the cyclones that CC you all the time. Can be really useful for that. He can score the minimum score on Speed Hero Day at the 100,000 in Alien's Battle Extreme, and in Alien Conquest, it's where it is his strongest suit because it will remove debuff, and he has almost in constant iframe. If he can keep an iframe, if you have immunity to guard break on this guy for Alien Conquest, he is really hard to kill. So a very good character, guys, and he deserves his position number 8. In position number 7, we have Fat Thor. Yeah, he's fat now, guys. Let's deal with it. So Fat Thor, guys, this guy is awesome in PvE. Not that much in PvP, but awesome in PvE. Even at tier 2, he can do some pretty decent damage. Universal Hero, Alliance Battle Extreme, this guy can clear about 500,000 points at tier 2, maybe even a little bit higher. I think that 700,000 points with a good build would actually be a good possibility with this uniform. Shadowland at tier 2, stage 60 at least, in my opinion. It is really possible for this guy. Wallboss Ultimate at tier 2, I think that his maximum potential will be about Banima 40 plus. I think that's where we'll be standing. So he's not the best for Wallboss Ultimate at tier 2, but early on it will be really helpful as he can cover every single wall boss because he has elemental damage. That's really a key point on characters, on elemental damage characters, is that they can do every single wall boss ultimate up to a certain level, but still they can cover them all, which usually gives a very huge advantage to those elemental damage characters. Now in PvP, he is better with this uniform than he was with the Infinity War uniform, but if you actually look to build him for PvP, the Thor Ragnarok uniform is actually better on him than the Fat Thor uniform. But this guy overall is very strong, even at tier 3 and at tier 2, and if you eventually get him up to tier 3, he become a monster, being able to clear up to a Banima stage 70 with the top build, to be honest, guys. So position number 7, we have Fat Thor. In position number 6, we have Captain America with his endgame uniform, obviously either endgame uniform or team suit. This guy's awesome even at tier 2 with the new uniform. If you go with Infinity War at tier 2, not so much. Not so much, guys. Still decent, but will not make it to position number 6 like it does with that new endgame uniform. With that new endgame uniform, that 4th skill damage is ridiculously high, guys. It's not as high as this tier 3 ability, but very high. So even at tier 2 now, this guy could actually get up with a good raid level up to Wall Boss Ultimate Stage 40. That's pretty decent for him. If we look at Alliance Battle Extreme, can score about 500,000 points at tier 2 with this uniform in Combat Hero Alliance Battle Extreme. Maybe even higher. I think maybe could push up to 700,000 too. In Shadowland, stage 60 plus at tier 2 is actually a great possibility too. And PvP wise, this guy is actually better than Thor in PvP, which is kind of why, because they're pretty similar in damage output at tier 2. But the advantage that Captain America get on Thor, which is why he's ranked above Thor, it's because he is more useful in PvP, a little bit stronger in PvP. Even at tier 2, he can get the job done in Alien Conquest, and even in a timeline battle. You could use this guy manually in timeline battle and beat a bunch of tier 3 with him. So that's why he makes it above Thor pretty much. It's just his PvP capacity, guys. So in position number 6, we have Captain America. In position number 5, guys, we have Endgame Nebula. Nebula with the Endgame uniform goes from a trash character to a very, very, very strong character, guys. You drop a lightning damage with proc on this girl, and she's gonna destroy stuff really, really, really easy. With that, and even if you put a CTP of energy on her, she can actually push Wall Boss Ultimate 50 plus, at least a Banima, with quite an ease, in my opinion, for Banima. I did floor 40 Banima with a proc of 140% on this guy, so it's really possible to do 50 plus with a good obelisk on her. She's really underrated in my opinion. People look at her and don't really realize the potential she has. They just take a first look, have a bad run at something, and say, okay, this character is trash. Well, she ain't, man. She is very, very, very strong, at least for PvE content. Wall Boss Ultimate, she's really good. Stage 40 plus on most, and the Banima stage 50 plus. Alliance Battle Extreme, she can get you your minimum, well, your 100,000 pretty damn easy. I think I push up to about 450,000 if I'm not mistaken so far in my testing with shit obelisk on female combat. So she's actually pretty good for that. And Shadowland 60 plus is actually pretty easy for her. Where she's a little bit lesser is in PvP. She's not as good as I want her to be in PvP, but still a very good tier 2 character when you're not fighting meta characters for Online Conquest. So overall, very good character to get that is really easily farmable through Dimension Rift. So in position number 5, guys, we have Nebula. In position number 4, we have Captain Marvel. Well, with the endgame uniform, obviously, she is pretty damn strong, guys. She is pretty damn strong. Even at tier 2, you can clear up to stage 70 in Shadowland. Alliance Battle Extreme, she can score about 700,000 in Female Day at tier 2 and about 1 million in Universal Hero at tier 2. She is very strong. You gotta learn how to play her properly though. She is not easy to control without a CTPF rage. Which rage is really easy. It's not that much of a deal, but without the rage, it's really, really complicated to get your proc going properly. But once you get it done, she is very, very strong for PvE content here in Alliance Battle Extreme Shallow. And for Wall Boss Ultimate, she is a major disappointment at tier 2 for me. Stage 30 is pretty much where she stands at tier 2. She really gets the power in the Wall Boss Ultimate when you get a CTPF Rage and tier 3 on her. But still, stage 30 on most Wall Boss Ultimates is actually pretty decent in my opinion. And her strongest suit is actually PvP. Even at tier 2, because that 4th skill will actually ignore immunity to guard break on other characters and can actually murder pretty much anything. Even a tier 3 Thanos can get one shot by that 4th skill. So even at tier 2. So this is a very strong character for PvP. Even at tier 2, put her on your timeline team if you don't have many options. If she's gonna get the job done without too much problems in Alliance Conquest, she is very strong, so she makes it very high on the list, guys, because of her OPness, even at tier 2 in PvP and being very strong for Shadowland and Alliance Battle Extreme. So, guys, that was Captain Marvel for position number 4. In position number 3, we have Winter Soldier with Infinity War uniform, guys. Character that does not have a tier 3 capacity, guys, and it's still at top of the game, at least in the PvE content. World Boss Ultimate, Alliance Battle Extreme, if you look for characters that can give you easily your 100,000 point in speed day, and Shadowland stage 70 plus is very possible with this guy. A meta in damage output in PvE, guys. Stage 50 plus in World Boss Ultimate, no problem on Corvus and Proxima. Like I said, Shadowland 70 plus, it's pretty damn easy if you have a strong build on this guy. He is a damage machine, guys. A damage machine. He used to be number 2 on my list, but then we have Ronin that got released. Actually made in drop, but still a little bit lesser than Ronin, but still a very good uniform and a very good character to have at tier 2 that is easily farmable too, guys. So position number 3, we have Infinity War Winter Soldier. In position number 2, we have Ronin, aka Hawkeyes, guys. This guy with this new endgame uniform is a total badass, guys. He is a total badass. Replace Winter Soldier as the best story mode character in the game, guys. This uniform is so dope. I've seen people clearing stage 60 in Wall Boss Ultimate with this fella. It's ridiculous, guys. This guy is awesome. Wall Boss Ultimate, giant boss raid. Alliance Battle Extreme can score about 500,000 points. You have, well, I said Wall Boss Ultimate, right? Yeah, I did. Alliance Conquest, he has some good iframes, so it can actually be useful in Alliance Conquest 2. This guy is the top dog in the game. He's actually in my meta section, if I'm not mistaken, on my tier list. This guy is, in my opinion, the best story mode character in the game, better than many tier 3 in this game, guys. So position number 2, we have Ronin. And finally, in position number 1, we have the Human Torch, the best elemental tier 2 character in the game. You can actually farm him in the Fantastic Four Epic Quest which is why it's actually in the farmable character list, guys. And it's actually the only character from the Epic Quest that, in my opinion, is worth putting in the top 10 section, guys. This guy is awesome. Can clear Wall Boss Ultimate, a Bounty Moss 60 plus. Can clear pretty much every other Wall Boss Ultimate around stage 50 with a good raid level. Shallow Land, stage 75 plus, pretty damn easy. Alliance Battle Extreme, this guy can give you a good, decent score on Blast Mail, that's for sure. Like between 500,000 and millions, that's pretty much where is standing. I did not test him much there, but he can get it done, guys. And in PvP Alliance Conquest, he has good survivability. So if you get stuck in his fire beam, you are pretty much dead meat underground, burned meat underground. So this guy is simply the best farmable character at tier 2, guys. There is no other better option than him. If you don't have him, work on your Fantastic Four Epic Quest and get him to tier 2. Farm him every day because he is totally worth it, especially, guys, as a new player or a player that's actually working on building his roster. This guy is a must-have character. So, guys, position number 1, the best of the tier 2, that's Farmable. We have the Human Torch. So, guys, that was my top 10 for farmable characters at tier 2. I think it's a pretty solid tier 10, top 10, guys. Obviously, we could have put so many characters in that top 10. There is so many good options, and there's too many options to actually make, a quick list of characters that could have got an honorable mention, to be honest. Now, if you do not agree with my list and you have a different order, you have different characters you think that should be in that list, please let me know in the comment section below the video. I always love to get your feedback and what you guys think. So when we update this list, we can actually change some option if you guys don't actually agree with me and you give me points that actually make me agree with you guys. So as always, let me know about your feedback in the comment section of this video, guys. Thank you for watching again. Make sure to check the description below the video for the link to our giveaways. Don't forget to hit the sub and like button if you enjoy the content. Show your support to the channel. And on that, the Star Agent Starco Gaming is out.